Chicks and a Cricket, and we're going to put together our February calendar page. So here's a calendar. There's January, and this is going to be February. And we're just going to do a very simple, basic layout. And I'm using brown and pinks for this layout. This is a 3-inch strip. And it's going to go right at the top. And you're going to want to trim that down to 11 3/4. So, and before we glue that completely down, I have some of this ribbon. This is some satin polka dot ribbon. So I'm going to put this piece then, which is just an 8.5 by 11 pink piece of paper, and it is going to go right here. And you could either tuck this in behind your pattern piece of paper, or you could leave it on top. Okay, so I have a few pieces complete. This is the base of my calendar up top, and then I just have these photo frames matted. So it's just a 4 by 6 piece of brown, and then I took a 1/4 inch off for the pink. And this is going to go right here. And then I did a dark pink right here. And as you can see, I have a cutout. Because this was just a scrap piece of paper. And so when I put a photo over this, you won't even be able to tell that's there. So I'm going to stick that right there. And this is my journaling block. And it is 2.5. So the brown part is 2.5, and the pink part is 2 1/4. And that's going to go right here. So I'm going to glue these down, and then we're going to go over to my gypsy, and you're going to see some of the stuff that I cut out on my Cricut to go on this calendar page. Alright, so here I am with my gypsy, and we're just going to go down here. And I'm going to use the Sweethearts cartridge. So up here I am, whoops, I have I'm viewing all my cartridges, but now I'm just going to go to my linked cartridges. And I'm going to go down to Sweethearts. And I'm going to use a couple things from this particular cartridge. I would like to use this puppy. And I'm going to need 2 of those. And then I'm also going to need its layers. So I'm going to go ahead and hit layers. And I'm going to get 2 of these. I'm going to go back over here to my mat. Okay, so I'm going to adjust my size of these to, I think, 4 inches. Okay, I also want to flip these images because I want the puppy to be facing the other direction. And that, your flip button is on your advanced tab right here, and then it is this button right here, and that will flip your images. So then I'm going to come over here and ungroup all my images. And I'm going to line these up on my mat how my paper is so that they'll all cut together. And I'm going to add some more stuff. So what you want to do is, if you want your images to be a different, like I just changed these images to 4 inches. So I'm going to add another image to my mat, and I don't want it to be 4 inches. So what I'm going to do is click off my, if you click on your images, a box goes around your image. So you see how that box is around this image? If I add another image onto my mat with this box around this image, it's automatically going to make it 4 inches. So I'm just going to click off, make my cursor off my images so that it won't be 4 inches. So we're going to add another image. And I just want a heart. I want 2 hearts. And I want these to be 3 inches. Maybe a little bigger. Let's do a little bigger. Or you could use your real dial size on your gypsy. And I just want these because they're going to be on a different color paper. So then I also want a phrase. That is going to say puppy love, and that's just on my shift button. So I'm going to want 2 puppy loves, and I'm going to want those probably at 4 inches too. Maybe a little smaller. I'm going to ungroup those. And I want to try to get all of these to fit on my mat where my paper already is. And that looks good. So now we're going to cut those, and we'll come back and I'll show you the finished product of everything that's cut. Okay, so I'm here at my Cricut, and I'm going to turn it on. My gypsy is all hooked up to my Cricut, and I have my mat all ready with my paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come over here to my basic tab. And this little blade, I'm going to go ahead and select cut. And then I'm going to load my mat. And we're going to go ahead and hit this cut button. And then it's just asking me if my blades are right, and they are, so I'm going to hit OK, and now it's going to cut. Okay, so as you can see, I've cut everything out on my Cricut, and I've glued everything down. So I put Puppy Love up here, and I just glued it right over the ribbon. And then I did my little puppy dog right here, and I'm going to add some stickles to this later, but I need to wait because I have to do the other side of the calendar. And then I added some hearts right here, and then of course this is just a mat, so a photo will go over this part and you won't even see that heart. So this is what my puppy dog looks like without anything done to it. So I just wanted to show you guys a few things that I did to create more of a three-dimensional look. Now, if I'm going to cuddle bug this, but if you're going to do any kind of drawing or inking, lots of times it's better to do that before you cuddle bug it. So I just added white stitching to its ears. And the way I do my faux stitching, for whatever reason, it's just the way I've always done it, is I do a line and then a dot. So it's like a dash and a dot. Alright, so then right here is where its mouth is, and I'm just tracing what's there's already a little cut there. I'm just making it extra thick, and then I'm just giving him a little cheek. So same thing on this side. And then I'm just going to give him 3 little dots, like little whiskers. And then down here there's a little slice for where his leg is, and I'm just bringing that out. So I'm going to run it through my Cuttlebug, and then I'll show you what I did last. Oh, right here is his little tongue, I forgot. Alright, so here's my little doggy, and he's cuddlebugged with little hearts. And then I just took my white dabber and I just gave him some depth and just did white ink edges. Just like that. So then I added his heart over his eye. I used some larger googly eyes. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to stickle the pink on. So now I'm going to do the other part of the calendar, which is this part. So for this part, I'm going to take my trimmer and I'm going to take some matching pattern paper and I'm going to trim off just 1.5 inches. And then I'm going to trim that at 11 3/4 because that's the size of my calendar. It's just not taking very much off that at all. So this piece of pattern paper is going to go right at the top. And then I have this, which is cut at 2.5 inches. And it's going to fit perfectly right here. And I just used a Martha Stewart border punch, and this is the doily border punch. And I inked around the edges, like you guys have seen me do. And these two pieces are just going to go right on here like this. Here's the finished product of my calendar. Here's the top with the puppy love and the puppy. And then here's this part, and I'll cut February out and my bottom. And then that's it for February. So let's check in with Wendy and see what she did for February. And we'll have pictures at the bottom of this post. And look forward to next week, which will be our March calendar page.
So this is my February layout for my calendar page. It's not finished. This cut is from Sweetheart's cartridge. It was cut at 3 3/4. And the paper was given to me by Tina. I just need to cut out February to go here, and I'm going to put some hearts. I'm going to put a big heart here, and then up here I'm going to cut the word love and put it there. So then that will be finished. So that was my February page. It was really easy, and I love this gal. I think it's so cute, and I just really liked the paper, and everything came together really nice, real simple, clean, but cute. So that's it. That was my February page. Bye, everyone.